And that's why people are joining, not because they think a paperclip is going to save the world, but because it reminds us, once upon a time, technology was meant to serve humans, not harvest us.
I hope you're ready. I'm about to perform a public disservice.
Charles, do you remember Clippy?
Of course I remember Clippy.
Clippy the paperclip. He was this little paperclip from Microsoft Word, and he'd pop up in the corner of your document and say something like, hey, it looks like you're writing a fuck you letter, I quit, to your boss. Do you want me to help format that and edit it for you? That was Clippy. Annoying as shit, yes. But Clippy was just trying to help, and you could always just shut it off, right? That's where the whole joke of the Clippy movement. That's where we are now. We've reached a point in human history where a cartoon paperclip from 1997 was more ethical than half of the tech industry. Let's think about this for a moment, because Clippy wasn't spying on you, right? Clippy wasn't listening through your microphone or scraping your data or selling your emotional state to advertisers. He didn't ask for your biometric profile so he could enhance your user experience. Clippy's entire crime was being a little too enthusiastic about your stupid and most likely rather banal work habits. Meanwhile, every major tech company today, from Apple to Meta to back to Microsoft itself, they're running what, I don't know how to describe it, maybe surveillance capitalism? It looks like you're rewriting your terms of service. Yeah, because that's what Clippy should be saying today, because you are. You're rewriting your rights away every time you click, I agree. And that's what the Clippy Change Your Profile Pic movement is protesting. It all started off with Lou Rossman, one of the few guys left on YouTube who actually gives a shit about consumer rights. And he just said to everybody, change your profile picture to Clippy. And it absolutely caught fire because it's the perfect metaphor. Clippy represents an era when software worked for you, and now software works on you. Clippy used to ask, can I help you write a letter? And now your tech asks, can I help myself to your personal data, your location, your history, and your browsing habits? Understand every click, every swipe, every time you see you might also like. All of that has been engineered specifically to keep you addicted and angry and afraid. They call it engagement, but it acts like fucking digital nicotine. And when they're not exploiting your psychology, they're locking down your hardware. You want to fix your own John Deere tractor? Maybe not. John Deere says you may have to purchase some diagnostic tools and download some extra software. You want to replace the battery in your iPhone? Apple says, no fucking way. You want to use that thing you just bought without being tracked or throttled or updated into oblivion? Big tech says, it looks like you're trying to exercise ownership. That's not allowed. I don't know if it's generational. It might be generational. Charles and I were a lot older than most of you fellas out there, but we remember a time when the world wasn't like this. Before subscription fees replaced ownership, right? You don't own your music anymore. You rent it. You don't own your software anymore. You license it. You don't even really own the movies that you bought digitally, right? They can disappear from your library instantly with just a little abracadabra from some goddamn corporate lawyer. It's capitalism's final form. Pay forever, but own nothing. Clippy never asked for a subscription, right? Clippy never said it looks like you're trying to save your document. That'll be $4.99 a month for premium file access. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe it sounds like consumers need some kind of protection. So where's the government in all this? Oh, they're holding a fundraiser in Silicon Valley. Yes, politicians love to rant about protecting consumers right before they vote for the bill written by the company that they're supposed to be regulating. Yes, they'll hold hearings, they'll wag their finger and they'll demand answers and then quietly cash the campaign check from Google, Amazon, and Meta. You know, free speech hearings brought to you by Facebook. It's like having an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting sponsored by Jack fucking Daniels. So the Clippy movement, it's not just a meme, it is a protest. It is a goofy, pixelated fuck you to a world that decided helpful is not profitable anymore. Changing your profile picture, it's not gonna do shit. It's not gonna overthrow the system, but it does say, I see what you're fucking doing, and I know this isn't normal, and I remember when technology worked for me. And that's why people are joining, not because they think a paperclip is gonna save the world, but because it reminds us, once upon a time, technology was meant to serve humans, not harvest us. And Clippy's the perfect mascot for this. He's polite, he's outdated, and he's harmless. Everything that big tech today is not. In an era where every company wants to own your data and your hardware, even your very thoughts. little animated paperclip saying, "It looks like you're being screwed," that suddenly sounds like wisdom. So yes, please, join the Clippy cult. Change your profile picture. Make the internet ridiculous again. Because if we're going to be living under digital feudalism, well, we may as well be led by a cartoon paperclip who actually gives a shit. It looks like you're trying to fight to take your power back? Good. Keep fucking fighting. Like, share, subscribe. All that shit. Especially you, Clipsters.
You are going to make me animate a little Clippy over and over again, aren't you, in the corner?
It's all right. We'll do it with AI.
The public disservice channel sucks. But they're right about this one. Don't be a son of a bitch. Make your profile picture me.
Join the Clippy Movement. Don't resist the clip. I'm your passive savior with a twitch in my grip. You called me annoying, but I asked.